Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan. I'm here. Let's hang for a little bit. So we're going to be doing something really fun on my channel today. We're going to be doing this makeup look. I'm obsessed with this makeup look. I didn't know it was going to come out this good, so I'm obsessed with it. But not only are we going to be doing a makeup tutorial for you guys, we're also going to be doing a review on the brand new NORVINA palette. This has been all the hype on the internet recently. Jeffree Star reviewed it, Manny reviewed it, bunch of YouTubers reviewed it, so I decided, you know what, let me give this girl a try. So when I saw the color story for this palette, I almost died. So for the colors for this palette is literally my colors, because lavender is my favorite color, first of all, for all of you that don't know. Lavender is my favorite color. I love pinks, but not only did she incorporate 7 metallics, which is, Sis loves her sparkle. So the fact that she included 7 metallics, she has purples in here, she has pinks, but not only just that, but she also has your neutrals. So if you're not so much of a color person, you can still do your champagnes, your golds, your oranges, your like maroony browns, your brown, your toffee kind of color, your whites. She's got everything in here for everybody. So once I saw this palette, I was like, girl, come through. And then when I started noticing that the YouTubers who get the PR packages were doing great reviews on it, I was like, okay. Especially Jeffree Star, because he reads everybody to filth. That scared the shit out of me. Sorry. Chipotle just got delivered to my house. So shout out to Chipotle. Anyway, but yeah, this palette is amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. But I'm going to be showing you guys how it blends, how everything is pigmented or not pigmented. We're going to find out. But honestly, this palette is phenomenal. So keep on watching to see this makeup look. And I'll see you in 5 seconds. Barefaced and probably ratchet, but it's fine. Let's get on. So first I'm going to start off with my Farsali Unicorn Elixir, as I always do. I've tried every single primer underneath the sun. I was into the Rihanna Fenty primer for a while. It didn't do anything, but it was Rihanna, so like I will be sold on anything that Rihanna chooses to do with her life or her brand or anything. Rihanna could package cow manure and I'd probably still put it on my face. So after I put my primer on, I like to prime my eyes. I always do my eyes first, because if I don't do my eyes first, I just get tons of fallout all over my cheeks, and then if I have my foundation on, I have to wipe it away. I'm not one of those people that can just take a brush and go whoop, whoop, and be like, oh, what fallout? I can't do that. For some reason, it ends up making skid marks on my cheeks, and then it's not a good time. So I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's my absolute favorite concealer. It's literally the best thing on the earth. Just saying. So anyone who doesn't believe the Shape Tape hype, you need to. And I always say, if you hate it, just return it. So I'm just going to blend that in with the Beauty Blender. I'm using the Morphe Beauty Blender. I feel like whenever you're blending, it's like real intense, like, but I'm also like poking myself in the eye 100 times, so it's fine. So my dog just came in here, so if you hear any weird noises or this moves, it was my 110-pound dog. So I'm gonna go with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to set my eyelids before they start creasing. This is what I use as an eyeshadow primer. I've been doing it for years. I used to be obsessed with the Urban Decay All Nighter, I think it's All Nighter, the eyeshadow primer. But I already had powder and I already had concealer. So I just figured, why am I wasting $20 when I could just not? Now I'm going to go with my NORVINA palette. I'm so excited. Let's see. I'm going to be using Eccentric right here to be my transition shade. Just because I feel, ooh. So, just fall out. It's okay. It means it's pigmented. So, but yeah, I'm just going to use this as my transition shade just because I feel like it'll be more, wow. Okay. Hello, shisters. Look at that pigment. Damn. Okay, so you only need to go in like boop or boop boop because, honey, this is pigmented, but it blends, so it's not scary. Because I was gonna say, if it's pigmented and it doesn't blend, we're gonna have a very serious problem. It blends like a dream. I'm actually very impressed. Wow. Okay. Also, don't be so heavy-handed when you're blending out these shadows. Just because I've noticed, like, they're extremely pigmented. So if you go in with a heavy hand, it's gonna end up putting a dark spot on your eyelids and it's gonna be harder to blend out. So if you just go in with a light hand, it's gonna be a lot easier to blend out. So next I'm gonna go in with Love, which is this matte pink shade that they have. I'm feeling more of like a purple pink kind of look because the outfit I'm wearing has purple and pink in it. So I'm just kind of feeling that fantasy. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna own it. Ooh! Yes! Look at that. Yes. This is all I've ever hoped for and more. Oh my god. This pink shadow just literally came for my career. I'm dead. It's so nice. And it blends so nice. I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed that whenever I use a lot of matte pink shades, they tend to either be very patchy or chalky. But this one is nice. Really, really nice. Wow. So, and one technique I always do when you're doing like the crease eye area, one thing it took me a lot to learn that no one ever really talks about is when you put it in your crease, you want to start in like in the space between your eyeball and your brow bone and then smoke it upwards. You don't want to just go through here. So next I'm going to go in with the Wild Child here, which is like a shimmery pink. But it looks kind of duochrome-ish, a little bit. It's really nice. It's a metallic pink. So I'm just gonna go in with the powder, but just to, let me try it without Fix Plus, and then we'll go in with Fix Plus and see if it makes a difference. Oh, girl. Oh, hello there. Hello there. I love playing with new eyeshadows. This is fantastic. I think I might wet the brush only because it looks like a typical metallic eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go with my Fix Plus. The one I have on hand is just my Gold Light. It's my favorite Fix Plus that they've ever come out with. So just because it has gold sparkles in it, and I love sparkles though. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that made a much bigger difference. Okay, so definitely if you're gonna go in with metallics, wet your brush because you're gonna notice an insane difference. Like my eyelids look wet. So one thing I always like to do if you're gonna go in with a metallic shade, try to leave this spot right here without the sparkle or the metallic or whatever it is, because this is where I usually put my darker shade here. So that way you're not trying to blend out your matte dark shade with your metallic, because then that just looks sloppy and it looks messy in my opinion. But everybody can do their own thing. If that's your look, you can do that too. That's okay. We accept all types here. We can just make it work. So next I'm going to be going in with Volatile, which is this dark brown kind of shade, because I want to deepen up right here and here just a little bit more so it has more dimension to it. Woo, girl! So, whenever you're using a darker shade, you want to stay light-handed. I can't say that enough, because if you go in too dark, girl, you won't look like you got hit in the face with a baseball. And it can be cute. So, it's a lot easier to put more on than take it off. So, keep that in mind as well. So, keep it light-handed. Keep it very flowy and gentle, and don't go too hard into the palette either. Unless your palette has no pigment, then honey, don't go hard. Just stop spending money on not pigmented palettes. So I like to take the dark shade and kind of smoke it out here and then bring it up into the crease so it blends out. Without adding any more product on the brush, by the way. You want to make sure that you're doing all the blending with after you initially put where you want the shadow to be. then blend. Put a little bit more. I'm definitely going to say this dark shade is extremely pigmented, so as the rest of her shadows have been, but be extra careful when you're blending these out because you don't want to have a muddy crease area. So unless you're into that, then that's okay too. So that's it going to be on the eyes for now. We will come back to it, but I like to do things a certain way just so it's a lot easier and easier to clean up if you mess up. So we'll come back to this in a little bit, but I want to get into my eyelashes. So for my eyelashes, I feel like I've said this a million times on my channel, but my lashes don't curl. They don't hold nothing. They don't do nothing for nobody. So I just usually just try to curl them, put some black mascara on, and call it a day and put on some falsies because, honey, I ain't gonna waste my time trying to get this to work. And I'm just gonna go in with any mascara. I don't have a favorite mascara just because none of them work for me. So anything that's not clumpy and dries fairly quickly, I'm into. So I just get these little samples in my Sephora Play box. So this is the Lancome Hypnos Star mascara is what I'm going to be using, which is weird. Okay, so you're looking at it like this. I don't know if this is just me, but I look at it like this. You expect this to be the applicator part and then this to be like where the writing is to be like the base of it. No. So every time I put it on, I'm like, even though I know that's the case. And I will say this mascara, if you have allergies and use Flonase, it literally smells like how Flonase smells and like kind of tastes because you end up tasting it too, but oh, I'm also just gonna say this. I always do my mascara before my eyelashes because if you put your mascara on your eyelashes, especially if you're gonna be using ones like Miami that are $30, you are going to ruin them. You're just going to ruin them permanently. So you want to make sure, I know I've seen it a lot. I feel like the trend has kind of died down where it's like, blend your real eyelashes into your fake ones. No, that's not a thing. It's just not a thing. So, I mean, if you want to do that to a pair of like cheaper eyelashes, then be my guest. But especially if you're spending a lot of money on Lily lashes or Huda Beauty lashes, you want to make sure that you do not put mascara on those because it'll completely destroy them. So just a little tip because I have a friend that decided to do that and they ruined their Miami lashes. So yeah. Intent. So usually while my mascara is drying, I usually get my lashes out. I'm going to be using Lily Lashes in Miami. These are my signature lashes. Fun fact, but I got these from TJ Maxx and they were $7.99. So, and they are just as good as the Miamis that I bought on her website for $30. So, just saying, check your local TJ Maxx and local Marshalls for Lily Lashes, but you know, there's a good chance that there probably is none because I bought every single one in their inventory, even in their warehouse probably. But I don't know about any of you, I don't like wearing my lashes for the first time. I like wearing them the second time because I feel like they're broken in at that point, but they're not entirely gross yet. So, and then I'm just putting my House of Lashes lash glue on them because this is my favorite lash glue of all time. Honey, I went on Test Track, I went on the Rock and Roller Coaster, I went on every freaking ride at Disney World, and my lashes stayed on because of this lash glue. But it doesn't hurt having them come off. So, the only thing I will say is I believe it's supposed to be water resistant, which it definitely is because when I'm trying to take a shower, I get this lash glue off my face. It just doesn't happen. There's usually lash glue in my eyelashes for like 3 to 5 business days. So now I'm just gonna boop this on my eyelid. I always like to plop it down in the middle and then fix the outer edges after. That's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. It's funny because I used to never wear false eyelashes, but I was always able to do them. I just never wore them, but they've changed the game for me. Especially these lily ones, honey. Like, flee. So I just let this eyelash dry. But as it's drying, I like to keep an eye on it to make sure nothing pops up and make sure nothing, you know, breaks free from my eyelid. So, and I like to just push my eyelashes up into them and maybe they'll dry together. I don't know. We'll find out. And then I'm just going to take my other eyelash and do the same thing on the other side. I feel like Tana Mojo right now. Scooping out the most ratchet of products. But hey, it works for her, right? It's insane how much of a difference lashes make. Like, lash, not lash. Human, not human. So one thing I like to do is I like to feel for my lashes. You can kind of feel like the coldness of the glue and try to get it as close to your lashes as possible. Because if you don't, especially if you don't put eyeliner on to like line your upper lash line, you might see a space between your lashes and your eyelid, and that's not a cute look. So you want to just make sure you try to put it as close to the lash line as absolutely possible, and then that's when I say, oh, we can pinch them together after. So usually while this one's drying, I go in and just put these two together. So I look down and pinch. You can kind of feel it out. If you're feeling like it's gonna pull them off, don't do it. So, and it's so funny because people always say, like with my nails, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. One thing these babies come in hand for is to put my eyelashes on, because I get right up in there and pinch them together. It's like I have my own pair of tweezers. Ooh, girl. Yes. Okay. So usually when my eyelashes are drying, I just continue on with my makeup because these things take forever to dry anyway. So let's just move on. So there I go, saying so for the 5,000th time, because that's the only word in the English vocabulary that I do in fact know. Now we're gonna just go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is this, the Dip Brow? Yeah, the Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe. And I just get this little spool, like dual-ended spoolie brush to do my eyebrows. Do you know how many times that I have done my makeup and forgot about my eyebrows? It's so funny because on Tinder, so many guys are like, oh, I like girls with real hairy eyebrows, or like real hair eyebrows. Like, excuse me, there's plenty of hair here. They just look better. Now I'm gonna go in and just put foundation on my, right above my eyebrow, just to give it more of a sculpted look. I'm just gonna use this Anastasia brush, this Anastasia brush that came with the NORVINA palette to do this, just because, I mean, I'm putting, it's convenient. One thing too, I noticed people use concealer to do this. I personally don't like that because you can see where the concealer was versus your foundation, and I just don't like that, so I just use my foundation to do it. So now that the eyebrows are done, I'm just gonna go in with my foundation. So usually after I do my eyes, that's always the hardest part for me. The face is the easy part, so usually I'm like, okay, no, this is the breeze part. I don't even need to really concentrate on doing this. So I'm gonna go in with my Dior Forever foundation. It's been my favorite foundation now. I believe, who was it? Jaclyn Hill recommended it. So, but for the longest time they didn't have my shade, but I didn't realize that Dior, the way their shades go is it doesn't go from like lightest to darkest. It goes from like medium to light to medium dark to medium dark. Like, it was all out of order. So usually just when I go to Sephora, I pick out the last shade because usually the lightest shade is my shade. Either that or it's they don't have my shade. But I usually just go in and get the last shade, and then when I noticed that the last shade was too dark for me, I was really upset because I really wanted to try this foundation. I like here go on my forehead. So I like to push it into my hairline a little bit, but obviously not the clump of foundation, just whatever is left on it. The one thing I like about the Morphe Beauty Blender is that it has this like flat tapered end to it, because it can get really into hard to reach areas. Or it can go right alongside of like an eyebrow or a waterline or your nose. It's easier to maneuver. So that's the one thing I actually like about the Morphe one more than the Real Techniques one. Also, don't forget to bring your foundation down at least into your neck, because when you have a line that goes right here, you look like a floating head. So make sure at least you bring it down just a little bit. That's the other thing. If you're sensitive to smell or chemicals or anything, this foundation is not going to be for you. This foundation, literally, Travis is behind the camera, by the way. Hi Trav.
Yeah, so, I smell that foundation literally 6 feet away. Yeah,
yeah. It's really strong, but it's a nice foundation, so Dior's trying to kill us, but at least we'll look good. I wish I knew how to do makeup in high school, because I feel like I wouldn't have been... like, I wouldn't be able to look back at my pictures and be like, wow, you're so ugly. So now I'm just going to go back in with my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape from before. Put that right underneath my eye. A little bit goes a long way with this concealer, so I usually dip it in the one time and then just put it whatever and use whatever is on there. One thing I like to do too, when you have your concealer, if you went a little too crazy on your eyeshadow, you can always clean it up. Especially, this is another reason why the Morphe one's really great, because you can go in and just go boop, and it'll literally chisel out your eyeshadow. So to set the under eye, I'm just gonna go back in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just gonna, it's gonna be like a kind of bake, but not really. I'm just gonna go in and push the powder into my concealer and places that I want to not crease throughout the day. But I'm not gonna let it sit too long, just because I'm too dry for that life. It's insane how much of a world of difference this makes. What problems? What sleep deprivation? What anxiety? What depression? It's canceled. Officially. Thank you, Laura Mercier. Saving one life at a time. I used to not do this, but I know everybody on YouTube did it, and I was just like, oh, here we go. Gonna set my powder with my beauty blender, and I'm like, fake AF. Because I have the theory that they're all lying to me, but you know, it's where we're at. But this like works. Doesn't it look real good? It look real good. So 10 out of 10 recommend this. Even if you have dry skin, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Even if you don't have $55 to spend on powder.
Yeah. You should just steal it. I'm just kidding, don't be shrink. Please, I cannot endorse shrink on my channel. So usually this is the time where I go back in with my lower lash line and my under eye, just because I feel like now everything's finally set. Because sometimes if I go with my concealer after my under eye, you can see like a line, and I'm just not into it. It's not a cute look. So I'm just gonna go in and put some mascara on my lower lashes. Now I'm just gonna go in with my bronzer to warm up my face a little bit. So I'm just gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs Coconut Omega Bronzer. It's just so funny. There's literally pieces of eyelash everywhere. Like it's here. Hold on, where's my Laura Mercier powder? It's on there. Listen, I just keep my lash clippings. They never make their way to the garbage. So, sorry. Welcome to Meaghan's Ratchet Salon. So, I'm just going to go in with this e.l.f. brush that I have. Because the tea is I'm allergic to animal hair brushes. Which I did not know for about a year. Because I was using my Morphe powder brushes. And they were made of goat hair. And I could not understand for the life of me that there was an allergic reaction on my face. I just thought I was breaking out. I didn't know what it was. But then it was itchy. It was a whole thing. So now I have to use, what are they called? Faux brushes? Synthetic! That's the word. I had to use my synthetic brushes. So e.l.f. was just the most convenient one I could go get at Target. So usually when I put my bronzer, I just put it all along here. And then I put it on my forehead. Because like I said, I got like a 5 head, so we just gonna make that a little smaller. I try to stay away from contour just because I'm too pale for that if I start contouring, they're gonna be like, oh my god, look at that dead bitch with eyelashes. Bronze this double chin away. Oh my god, guys, I just lost 30 pounds. Diet and exercise, who? She's canceled. Now we're just gonna go back in the NORVINA palette and we're just gonna do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with Soul because This color is my color. Like, this is my jam. Lavender is my favorite color. My hair was lavender at one point. Lavender is just my color. So I needed to put this in here somewhere. And I just feel like it would look so good with this look. So I'm just gonna look up, or like won't. I'm just gonna look up and try to put it underneath my lash line. There we go. I was like, why does it not have pigment? But there she goes. I'm living. It looks so good. I feel like I'm one of the only people, like anytime I do like things with my eye, I'm always like looking the opposite way of the mirror. So my life is one big no mirror makeup challenge. So now I'm just gonna go in and highlight. So I'm gonna be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a very Anastasia video here today. But I'm gonna go in using my Amrezy highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter of all time. It just looks so good and so nice. You know what I always found weird? We set the face to not look oily, but then we put highlighter on and then continue to look oily. Confused. I feel like I need a little bit more highlight. So I'm gonna be going in with my Fenty Beauty. This is her new one that she just came out with for summer, and I'm obsessed with this. It's the Sandcastle in Minted Mojito Kilowatt Foil highlighter. This is what it looks like. This is, without a doubt, the best highlighter on the history of the earth. It is a shing, sparkle, sparkle kind of highlight on your face. The blue one I actually haven't used yet, only because I've had no reason to. This is good for all my paleys out there because it's really, really light and it's not like a dark one, I guess. Guys, we just ordered Chipotle delivery to our house. Yeah. So for today's lipstick, we're just gonna be doing the Smashbox. I don't know what these are, but these are the best things on the earth. The Always On Liquid Lipstick. Honey, honey, I cannot say enough about these lipsticks. I have a million of them and they are the best things on the earth. I have an orange one, like a neon orange. I have a red one, and as you know, red and especially like a bright neon kind of orange, they feather on your lips so bad they go and get all over the place. These do not. These actually keep the outline of the of your lip on the outside. I will say it does eventually wear off in the middle, but it doesn't get crumbly and gross. It just kind of wears off. But the outside stays the same, which is unheard of wearing a red lipstick. Usually I always have the red seep into the lines and it ends up just bleeding out and feathering out, and it looks so bad. That's why I don't wear red lipstick. But these change the game. So Smashbox, you need to come out with 100 more colors of these because I will probably buy them all. So I wanted to say that as a PSA. So, but this is in the color Fair Game. This is my all-time favorite color of lipstick that I own right now. I literally bought 2 of them, so it's just like such a nice nude. Smashbox, honey, you literally have the secret Krabby Patty formula with this. You need to share this with other brands because they ain't not doing it how you do it. Oh, look, another one. I found another one. Maybe I'll put this one too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that. So I just threw on the same kind of lipstick in Spoiler Alert because it's a little bit more of a pink. I feel like it looked a little too muted for this look. So I threw on this one over it, and it just has more of like a purpley pink undertone, which really goes with this eye makeup. So now we're just gonna do the inner corner. So I'm gonna go in with my Jeffree Star Platinum Ice Skin Frost Pro palette. This palette I'm obsessed with. If you are a really fair, borderline, no pigment in your skin at all. Is that pigment? I don't know. Nothing in your skin. You can see your veins. You can see blood flowing through your veins. If you are that pale like me, this palette is going to be your life. This is the best. I don't even think if you are that pale. This palette's fantastic, okay? I use this as my inner corner highlight, my brow bone highlight. You can see I put this thing to death. This is the best thing on the history of the earth. So Jeffree, these colors are phenom too, so Fire. Fire. I think I'm just gonna go in with ice cold. Or should I? Ooh, pink chill would be fun too. Ooh. Which one should I do? Pink chill. I can totally funk around with pink chill. Ooh, girl, yes! I've never used this color as an inner corner highlight. I'm lit. I'm telling you, this palette, I'm pretty sure they're I think, what was it, the 24 karat gold one that he came out with? I just figured that those colors would be too dark on my skin tone, per se, but I think it would be really pretty on, like, deeper skin tones, just because, the colors are just so bright. Like, I feel like one is for, like, darker skin tones, and this one's for lighter skin tones, because if the 24 karat gold one is just as matchable with your people's skin tones as this one is with mine, it's so impressive, because I can't even say enough good things about this palette, and it's so worth it. So if you can get your hands on it, 10 out of 10 Meaghan's recommend. So I'm gonna go into ice cold just for the brow bone. I just wiped the brush off so it's somewhat clean, but just to give the brow bone some oomph. Jeffree Star is here for wigs. So now I'm just gonna set my face. I'm gonna use my Fix Plus Gold Light and just and you can't move your face while it's drying, so it's like a whole thing. Chewy. He's like, all right, we're done. All right, so that is it for this makeup look. It came out so good. This color story for this palette is just the best color story that I've ever seen in a palette. Honestly, I like the Modern Renaissance, don't get me wrong. But this palette surpassed my expectations. This palette is amazing. It blends like a dream. The metallics are phenom. It's such a good palette. And honestly, in my opinion, I actually like this better than the Modern Renaissance, only because I'm not a very warm kind of girl. I'm not a red, I'm not an orange person. I'm more of a color story kind of girl. So this to me is a dream. If Anastasia or Norvina can come out with a palette of just colors. I think someone tweeted her that recently, and she said, well, she's not sure if she can put it in the formula that Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows are. Listen, girl, you can totally do it. You can put your mind to it and you can do it. Give it to us, because honestly, this is an amazing palette, and honestly, in my opinion, I think this palette is well worth the money, and I do think this is the best palette that she's come out with so far. So I'm happy too, because I feel like since it has her name on it, she did it justice. So I love this palette. If you were thinking about getting an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and you like colors, but not even just like colors, if you like colors but you also like your neutrals and you like your darks and just you like to have fun, this palette is for you. Modern Renaissance, I feel like it's more of repeats of the same colors, in my opinion. So, and I feel like Subculture was supposed to be the cool version of that. But this palette, sis brought the house down with this palette. So Norvina, you did an amazing job, and it was well worth the wait, and I'm so glad I spent my money on it. Even if it ends up going on clearance or whatever, I feel like my $42 is completely justified. So yeah, definitely pick up this palette if you guys have a chance, or if you want something similar to this. But yeah, that's about it. I was gonna throw it, and then I was like, wait, this is $42. Oh wait, I actually like this palette. But yeah, this is how the makeup look came out. I really like it. This is very me. It's like my soul is on my face. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell. My dog is licking my feet. Because apparently YouTube, this tickles, oh my god. Because apparently YouTube is like, no, we're gonna follow Instagram's path and just be like trash and change the algorithm just so everybody's life is a little bit more difficult. So subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment letting me know what things you guys want to see in the future. More makeup looks, more reviews, more testing out products. Anything you guys want to see, I'm so down to do for you. So just leave a comment letting me know, tweet me, Instagram me, do whatever. If you want to recreate this look, make sure you guys tag me on Instagram, because I want to like it, I want to comment, I want to interact with you, and I want to see it. So yeah, that's going to be today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!